everyone. Adam from Weber Outfitters, and we are at the ATA 2024, and we're in the RipCord booth. And I'm with Todd, and RipCord has come out. You've known them. They've been around for a long time, but they've come out with some really cool stuff this year. Pretty innovative, and especially if you're a bow tech, if you're a bow tech and you're working on bows, this rest is really cool. So, Todd, thank you for your time today. Tell us a little bit more about the ratchet and all the cool stuff that's going on here.
You bet. A whole new look to RipCord this year. A whole new rebrand in RipCord. Whole new line in RipCord. So anything previous there is gone. So we have a whole new freshened look. So those of you that have seen RipCord previously, the rest look different, much sleeker, much lighter weight. So we have 3 this year. So we have the rack. So the rack's a great kind of the versatile, ultra affordable if you want something that doesn't really break the bank, but you want something just down and dirty, just get it done, have ultimate confidence. You have the rack. Cool thing about the rack this year, and it's kind of an upgrade from our previous Code Red X, is the ability to lock in the up position.
Oh, very cool.
So with the Code Red, you had to draw it, then lift. With this, you have the ability to pre-cock it in the up position. Nice aero security. It's not going to bounce around.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So that is the rack. Two really cool ones I want to talk about. Now, not that the rack isn't, but the ratchets are really, really sweet with the new speed set technology in it. So we have the ratchet cable driven, and we have the ratchet limb driven. So some versatility there.
Sure.
If somebody, I like a cable or a limb driven. Some people like the cable driven. They don't want all that extra, string hanging out there as well. But as you said, it's about simplicity and how quick you can set this up. So typically, you've got to undo a screw in there, pull your cable through. With this, it's super simple. All you have to do is get your cable hooked to whether you use a football or serve your cable, your pull cord into your cable. You do that, and you run it through the ratchet system. Then just basically just like any other type, you would pull it through, take up your slack. But sometimes you always have to kind of estimate that last.
Right.
Well, I got to give it a 1/4 inch more to time it right. You don't have to do it with this. You pull it through, you lock down the cable, then at that point you check it at a draw. If it doesn't quite lift up, all you're going to do is make one click of the dial and adjust that full draw. You check it again, lock it down, and you're good to go.
Very cool.
So just right on the range, right when you're paper tubing.
Very cool.
Limb driven, the same thing. So you tie off to your bottom limb, has the full capture cage there. You tie off your bottom limb, you run it through the ratchet. This one's even I think simpler than that. You unlock it, hold the knob, push the lever down, lock it in place, and your fall away rest or your limb driven rest is now set.
That's not trying to hold the football and tighten it and pull it and do all those things.
That's
awesome.
It, pulling it through.
Yep.
Nice thing is too, if your cable stretches at all, these things always stretch on any single rest out there. You can adjust it.
Yep.
There's an example there. You undo it, push it back down, and it clicks back into place and pick up that slack. Whether you're in hot or cold, you go hunting in Texas, sometimes those cords stretch.
Yep.
You just take it up right there when you're testing around when you get there.
That's a great look. It's a great rebrand. You guys did a great job with this. So we're excited to have RipCord in the shop this year, and excited to see the new look. Pure archery, and we're talking about the TighSpot quivers. And you guys have done some awesome things in the past, and you've made it just even better this year. Tell us a little bit more about TighSpot and some of the new stuff coming out this year.
Will do. Great thing about TighSpot, our philosophy there is it's not just a quiver. It's got to be functional.
Sure.
Anybody can make a quiver that holds arrows.
Right.
We want to be able to make a quiver that really enhances your bow, really adapts to your bow, helps balance the bow out. So that's why our tagline is adapts to perfection. So a ton of adjustability in our quivers and a lot of versatility in there as well. So up and down, you have a lot of adjustments. So here's an example. Here's our 7-arrow quiver. So it's clamped right here in the middle. You're able to adjust that all the way up or all the way down depending on where you want it to optimize balance. The same thing with in and out. So you can slide that all far out as you want. If it's on the dovetail, you can slide it tight into the bow if you wanted to help really optimize that balance on your bow. Plus you can flip that and back it over. So that goes on to even more of the models themselves. So, like I said, that's the 5-arrow or 7-arrow XL.
Sure.
A little bit longer, gives you a little more rigidity in the arrow gripping. We have that same version in a 5. So if you don't like a 5 or like a 7, you can go down to a 5. We also have the shorter versions called the Rise. Really good one for the tree stand hunter that doesn't necessarily keep their quiver on their bow while they're hunting.
Right.
But you want all those features of the TighSpot quiver with the adjustable grippers on there. the ability to really adjust. So you can shoot it on, you can shoot it off. It's got the cool hanging loop on there. You can hang it on your tree stand as well. To really get more adjustment in there, here's a cool variation in the Rise. It's called the shift lock. So this shift lock kind of gives you an in-between of the quiver. So if you're, doing want a little versatility, you like that shorter one, but you're going to go out west, you want something with a little longer gripping power, you can actually adjust this. So it has 4 rods on there. So all you do is you unclamp it, and you can slide it from a nice compact size like this all the way out to that XL version.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
So it holds the arrows
so best of both worlds.
Yeah, get the best of both worlds there. In a lot
Holds
of
micro diameters, standard 204s, and the micros like the 166s.
That's a good point. So it has the Bulldog gripper in here with the independently adjustable arrow wedges. So it'll do the standard arrows. You can grip it down. I shoot pierces. It'll tighten it all the way down and grip those micro diameters.
Nice.
Like that. So.
Yeah. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we appreciate TighSpot listening to the consumers, producing good products, a lot of adjustability, one of the best quivers on the market, and we're excited to have them in the store this year, 2024 at Weber Outfitters. If you're interested in seeing a TighSpot quiver and learning more about it, come by our store, 31 Farm Lane, Hawk Point, Missouri. We would love to have you in the store and show you the TighSpot along with anything else you'd like to see.